Well, the Arizona Diamondbacks just wrapped up their first series on the road against the San Francisco Giants. They dropped this one 2-1, and there is plenty to sift through, plenty to break down. She's Haley Stasiak. I'm Jordan Ham. We're helping you get through of all of this. And Haley, looking at this series, what jumped out most to you?
You know, the bats have kind of cooled off here. Brandon Drury didn't get a hit in his first 10 ABs of the series. He did have an RBI single last night in his last at-bat, but he's got the team-leading batting average at .344, and I really think it's just a matter of getting through the middle of the week and into the weekend for him. A bright spot for the Diamondbacks at the plate is Jake Lamb. He went 6 for 10 this past series, and he leads the team with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. Had a hot start last season, seems to be doing it again this season.
The thing that jumps out to me about this series is it was defined, at least the first 2 games, by big defensive mishaps. You saw the snowball fight with Taijuan Walker where, 3 runs were brought in on that. Really, that was the big blemish of Walker's day. Aside from that, he had a very good start. And then game 2, Gorkys Hernandez gets drifting on the warning track. That led to a Jake Lamb triple that brought in 3 runs, and that was the deciding factor in game 2. So that's something that I think you need to continue to look out for. The Diamondbacks have been very good defensively at home so far.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do as this season progresses. So we are through 3 series. The rotation has gone through twice. What are your initial impressions of the Diamondbacks rotation this year?
You know, I'm really liking what we're seeing at Robbie Ray. He didn't have such a hot start, but in Wednesday's win, he seemed to kind of find his rhythm. He's leading the team with 14 strikeouts, and I think that it's just, again, that comfort in getting kind of the shaky start out of the way and getting into and coming into their own. So I think as we go on, I think Robbie Ray is one to watch.
I think Robbie Ray is going to be a household name by the end of this season.
Yeah.
He had a very strong statistical season on a bad Diamondbacks team that no one was paying attention to. If they are able to continue to win, I think a lot of eyeballs will be on this hard-throwing lefty. And the one that has jumped out to me is Zack Greinke. He had a very, very dominant start against the Indians, and it was kind of the Zack Greinke that Diamondbacks fans were anticipating when they were able to bring him into the desert. And so far this year, he has a 2.31 ERA, 11 2/3 innings, striking out 10. And then one other guy, Shelby Miller. He's the X factor for me with the Diamondbacks' success this year. He had such just a bad year last year, and he wants to right that ship. His first 2 starts are almost identical. 5 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs. The only difference between those 2 starts is in the first start, he started out and struggled and then really found his way, retiring 10 straight. In this second start, he was pretty lights out to begin with and then found some trouble towards the end of his start. So if he can get rid of that 1 bad inning per start, or even just limit that a little bit, I think that they're going to start to see the guy that they were hoping to get when they traded Dansby Swanson and they traded Ender Inciarte and Aaron Blair for him. So now we're looking ahead. Diamondbacks heading to Los Angeles, have a very good pitching matchup coming up on Friday. You have Clayton Kershaw, Zack Greinke. How do the Diamondbacks need to right this ship? You
know, Torey Lovullo said after the sweep of the Indians on Sunday that these guys can't get too high. And I think a series like this is good, and you've got to have that in baseball. So you kind of get your feet wet, get a little dirty with this midweek series, and then you come into the weekend and you're ready to get going again. They have a day off today, and they'll roll, I have a feeling. All
right, so it's going to be another big series against a division rival. The NL West is predominantly who the Diamondbacks will be playing in the month of April. Make sure to keep it to Sports 360 AZ for all of your D-backs coverage.